Hi there, this is Allison Court, and you are listening to my voice talking to you on Pro Teaches Noobs. Who are you calling noobs? I'm not me. I'm not the noob here. That might be... Oh, you might want to talk to that dead chick or the one that hangs out with the ghosts. Hey, Beetlejuice, we have to get to the netherworld. Wait, were you saying I'm the noobs here? Could you two please stop bickering? I'm looking for my brother. Oh man, is he lost again? I don't know that he wants to be found, or he certainly doesn't want to be found by you. Anyway, let's go to the mall, get some chili fries. Chill out. No, are you not aware that we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse right now? How can you two just fool around like this? Get it together. Grow up. I'm just a teenager, so I think I'm gonna go hang out with my dad friend. Okay, bye. Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with my mutant friends because you're kind of dull and total buzz killer. Okay then, I guess I'm on my own. Jubilee, wait!
Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Do. Today I have with me Brit.
Hello, hello.
And today we are continuing our coverage of Peter David's Captain Marvel, featuring the son of Marvel, Genis-Vell. That's a lot of Vel.
LLL.
Yep. But so give people a very brief summary of what went through the first batch we went over.
Okay, well, been
Or your thoughts on it anyway.
a couple of weeks, but well, to start first, Peter David, his character work and everything is marvelous, especially because like I don't know this character, and just like with Supergirl, I wasn't attached. I didn't know as much. So it really, and Jared knows too, that I don't like the word or to say grounded, but when it's used in the proper sense, the grounding of the characters and giving them the realness of a person, of the dialogue and stuff, it really resonates and brings you into the story. And also just to know that different personality, the personality switch, the and everything, and trying to just get used to the powers and the
being stuck in a situation where you're stuck with another guy that you don't really care to be stuck with.
Exactly. It kind of reminds you of the Eddie and the Venom type situation. And yeah, that's really fun.
It is. And you have Rick Jones, the sidekick extraordinaire of the Marvel Universe. You have Genis-Vell, the test tube born son of Marvel. You have Marlo, Rick's wife, technically still wife, even though they're separated, not divorced, just separated. You have Moondragon, who will be important going forward. That who is a psychic who's a bit, she's a bit too serious, if you know what I mean. Among others, I'm just blanking on her name right now, but you have one woman who was an actress, got killed, and now is stuck haunting alongside Marlo.
Right.
Just stuff like that. And right now they just found out that instead of the negative zone, they're actually they're stuck in the microverse, which Peter David also reveals. Oh, all of the different versions of the microverse that existed got off screen, just combined into one thing. And yeah, that's where we've left off so far. They just dealt with that and are trying to bring Drax the Destroyer back. And how was it finding out how different this Drax is from the movies?
Well, I didn't really pay attention to the movies like that, but
where he's literal minded.
Yeah, just from what I've seen, like the few clips or whatever, or what I did pay attention to, it is a drastic difference. And I see now
Hmm.
why, you know, MCU fans and comic fans have clash so
Oh
much
yeah.
because yeah, you do want to have your own interpretation of the characters. That's
And you need
you
it to
know
be
what it is.
simpler too, because if you
But
actually know the full comic thing, yeah, there's no way you could you
it's
have to simplify it for
yeah, it's very
audiences.
complex. It's very complex and sometimes complicated. But when you water down the character too much, it's kind of like, okay, you went a little bit overboard. So I get it. And yeah,
Yeah.
I just understand the clash
Oh,
of the
big
fans.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you went from now they still keep the essence. He had a wife and daughter, got killed by Thanos, and he wants revenge. That they kept. What they removed was he was an Earthman. He who almost died. The Kronos, the Titan Kronos, this and chose him, brought him back from the dead, improved him into the green giant bulk brutish creature before him, and sent him off to go hunt down Thanos. Oh, and his daughter's alive and his moon dragon. Yeah, that's adding a lot more to fuel and
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, unless you have a whole series or something to explain all of that, yeah, within movie form or whatever, that is not going to work.
Right, but at the same time, today, and again, losing him being from Earth, all right, you can get rid of that.
Right.
But at the same time, it's but I still prefer how Drax was in the first and third movie compared
Mhm.
to the second, and especially any other time Gunn did not write him. They really made him just an idiot. But yeah, so let's dive right in a bit man more
Mhm.
now, shall we? Okay, now remember this. Now this is an ongoing episode. There has been plot points set up, including that girl who tried to commit suicide and apparently can warp reality. We're gonna get
Mhm.
more about with her now.
All right.
Where the heck did he come from? Geez, how long has he been up there? Hey kid, get your sorry butt down there. Hey Tarzan, move it or lose it. Man, he must be Tarzan to get it up there. Climb up and get him down here. Me, you're Mister Move It or Lose It. You go get him. Hey Ian, isn't that your girlfriend, the freak? Oh man, this day just keeps getting better and better. Hey Kelly, so you got the message, huh? Mm-hmm. Look, you could have just mailed me the ring back, you know. You didn't have to embarrass yourself or nothing like this. Mm-hmm. So you're giving it back to me or what? I think, or what? Kelly, look, I admit it, okay? I dated you to make Milani and jealous, and we had some fun. You got to admit. But then you got all, I don't know, weird. I mean, look at you. What do you want me to do, huh? Huh? You wanted a ring, Ian? Now you can count your rings. Yikes! And look at that.
I'm not liking the tree.
Well, it's meant to be like,
Yeah.
what did you do to him? What did you do? I turned him in a tree. Duh. And turn it back right now. Man, where did you get that? Put it away. She's like freaking Carrie or something. You'll get her mad. Shut up. Fix him, Kelly, right now, or I swear to whoosh. I, I, what are you doing? So, is this what it comes down to, Jones? Cold-blooded murder? This is low, Jones. Even for you, Moo Dragon, just for once, shut up, okay? You're free me? What sort of trick is? No trick. Enough's enough. Huh? An easy, Mooney. It'll probably take a few minutes to return circulation to your legs. In the meantime, there's someone who wants to talk to you. Well, go on. Do the telepathy thing. I don't under Heather. Can you hear Drax? Me and say. Can you hear me? And personal pronouns, Drax. It's not that hard a concept to grasp. Can you hear me? Me, good. Maybe next we'll start exploring the notion of dental hygiene. That look.
Wow.
It's like okay. Woo.
Wow.
Again, I love Chris Cross. I love his artwork. I love his facial expressions.
Right.
And Heather, it's Dad. Can you wait a minute? Okay, just wait. Rick, have Moondragon funnel contact through you into me. You got contact, Marv. Father, I need you to come back now out of the microverse that you and Genis fell into. But I don't want to, Heather. Not right now. I can help the microns in their fight against, evil. They can use me. They need me. I need you too, Father. Heather, I don't think you really need anyone. I'll just be in your way. Even a dummy like me has got that figured out. You're no dummy, Father. Your cognizance may be inconsistent, but the time that would be put to better use here. You've made up your mind, haven't you? What there is to make of it. Yeah. Promise me it won't be forever. The only thing that's forever is that I'll love my little girl. Goodbye, honey. Looney, Heather, you're gonna be like, okay? Oh, I will be now. You gotta be honest. Rick kind of deserved that. After what he put her through.
Mm-hmm.
Crunk. What's your name? Benny. Yours? Kelly. I like the tree thing. And thanks. Funny thing was, in another reality, he was already a tree. I mean, it's a living tree at all. Weird how reincarnation goes around, huh? If you say so. Oh, geez. What's your deal? The flame thing, I mean. I don't know. My memory's kind of hazy. So are you going to destroy the world or what? I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. Cool. If you do, can I help? I guess. What'd the world ever do to you? I think it killed my mom and maybe my dad. Did you love them? I think I did when I was somebody else. You know what, Benny? That's what I like about you. You're the first guy in ages I can actually talk to. Max, I sense him for the first time in ages. I think I've got a lock on Benny. Then do it, Steve. Just do it. I'm just exploring the polar regions of this world, Rick. It's chilly, but quite lovely. You seem to be in distress. What's wrong? Let's just say my South Pole is kind of numb. Marv, Moondragon's legs are like working again, and I'd kind of rather she didn't have an excuse to use them on me. I'm like thrilled you're playing Explorer, but why do you say that like in the middle of a sentence? I've studied your grammar, and it makes no sense. Are her legs actually working or only like working? Are you really thrilled at our presenting a semblance of being thrilled? Marv, what's wrong? Is this some kind of delayed reaction to Moondragon's knee or something? Now you too? What's going on around here? Genis, I sense it too. Sense what? Marv, what you talking about? Disaster, Rick. Worldwide. The end of everything. I've had it. Jones is going to explain why the apartment keeps getting damaged, or I'm going to throw him out on. Okay, I'm getting it. Better get back now, sweetheart, because there'll be an explosion when Marvel comes, and I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Don't call me sweetheart. I wanted to be a singer, but I'm tone deaf. Hasn't stopped other people. Uh-oh. Heads up. So you're not dead? Betty, thank God. I've been searching for you for ages. No matter how much I picture you, I wasn't able to teleport to you. What a relief. I sense it up ahead at the Hollywood Bowl. Excellent. Properly used cosmic awareness is more than just a warning. It's a guide to wherever you are needed most. Will it tell me what to do? No, but it can enable you to foresee the most likely outcome of whatever action you take. However, you must be able to distinguish between what is and what might be. That is where you've been encountering difficulties. The hallucinations. Exactly. Marv, this is a really riveting chat, but next time we switch, Adam, try to be in a more local equivalent of Bermuda, okay? Have we figured out why we're in like the freaking microverse instead of the negative zone? It's not like the microverse, Rick. It actually is and will you shut up with like already? Rick isn't happy with me. My heart bleeds. There's the source, and someone else is already there. I don't want to hurt you, son. You don't, and you don't? No. Then go away and never come back. Who are you? Oh, Moondragon. Worry not. This creature is being attended to. Oh, that's him, Moondragon. The one I saw. The one that can end everything. then we may have to end him first. What? Kelly, help me out. Kelly, who is? What? What? Genis, something is wrong here. In these sorts of situations, Moondragon, I prefer to be called Captain Marvel. Oof. I'm sorry, lad. I wish it could be different. I'm afraid I have no choice. Your power's only going to grow beyond the point where you can handle it, where anyone can handle it. What is he saying? He's talking like he's going to no. 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 What? Marv, you can't just kill him. He's a kid. And even if he wasn't, you still can't. Who do you think you are? And Captain Marvel. Who are you? Comet Man. And that's my son you were about to kill. Some people subject him to experiment to try to make him like me, but he escaped. And I've been searching for him since. And I'm not about to lose him now. Rick, what do you know about Comet Man? Aside from the fact that you could use the same monogram bath towels, not much. I think his name's Stephen Beckley. Got his powers because of some kind of exploration of Halley's Comet. But that can wait. Marv, read my lips. You can't kill the kid. It's the only practical solution, Rick. In a few years, he could bring the world to its end. Practical? We're not talking practical, Marv. We're talking right and wrong. What about the Hista thing? He was wrecking L.A. You didn't want to off him. There's degrees of threats, Rick. It's too great to. I don't get this. You're supposed to be a hero. This thinking is so alien. Yes, Rick. I am an alien. What's your point? You want to be a hero? It's about more than what's practical. It's about right and wrong, and killing the kid's wrong. And if I spare him and he kills others, isn't that wrong? There's no easy off answer, Marv, but offing the kid isn't the right one. How do you know? Because I killed a guy, okay? Happy now? There. Now you know. And it seemed the only thing to do at the time. And like every day, no, not like, every freaking day, I think about it at least once. Think about how it made me feel. Think about where I'm going to wind up after I croak because of that one mistake. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Least of all, you. Roar! Shut up! I'm talking here! Notice he handles that without even flinching.
Right.
Marv, is any of this getting through to you? I understand what you're saying, Rick, but you see, Marv, you saw the kid was in danger, and your instinct was to save him, not let him die. The good instincts, Marv. Follow them. Get him out of here. Thank you. Thank you for just go. For what it's worth, I think you made the right decision. Really? I don't. So wait. Okay, so yeah, he saved the kid and created all those ashes. Oh no, that's the tree. That's the guy that was the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Still has his face. Look at that.
Oh, wow, the detail.
Yep. Kept it even in the ashes. In 1 second, Kelly will get mad, and the super scroll will be history. I love these old covers with the dialogue and everything. I miss dialogue on cover like that. You know, like the Flash. Stop! Buy this issue, or I'll die.
Yeah, those will entice you to want to read of course, half of them, majority of them were like bait covers,
Yeah.
but it was still fun.
Well, this is a bait cover too, but still.
Right.
Yep. All right. Early evening. The cheeriest place on earth is closed for the day, although it remains no less cheery. Morrow Place. Cleaning crews are hard at work, and all the visitors have departed. All just one, save one who just arrived. Yo, Maury, when did a new ride get installed? What new ride? Looks like some kind of simulator thing. Whoa, hey, what the heck? The thing's on fire. Let's get the hell out of here. A wise move, and this to speed you on your way. Yeah, nerds. Guess my luck. Just my luck. I spent 5 minutes in the shower, and this is what I get. Yow! Smooth move. And there, Betty Crocker. So is dinner ruined now or what? No, oh, face of doom, it's not ruined, okay? The side dish, maybe, but the roast is just perfect.
That is hilarious.
Look, seriously though, going in Marlo, going in the shower while you have something on the stove. Are you asking? You gotta ask for this.
Right.
Because really, she kind of did. Clang! Now remember, you promised, you and Moondragon both. Rick, I've only mentioned this 100 times, and this will be 101. How do I look? Like a nervous wreck. Good. If nothing else, maybe she'll feel sorry for me. But you don't want Marlo's pity, Rick. You want her love or respect. Don't go telling me things and telling me what I want, Marv. Okay? Please, just do what you promised, okay? Specifically, give the cosmic awareness the night off. Go bury your head in the sand somewhere and leave this evening to Marlo and me. Just the two of us. Ooh! You look great. Here, brought this for you. And you. Oh, Rick, you didn't have to. Wow, I didn't know they sold wine at McDonald's. Wow, I didn't know they sold wine at McDonald's now. Shut up, Lorraine. What? Nothing. And does she seem distracted to you? Bug off. What? Oh, nothing. Oh, now keep in mind this. She knows so much about his time with other heroes. She just doesn't know he's merged with Genis at the moment.
Right.
I'll just put this on ice. Actually, hon, I think you serve wine at room temp. Did you have a fire or something? Nope. Yeah, I got red wine. Hope that's okay. Depends. What do you want on your tombstone? Oh, geez, I love that. You know what? I don't know. Was that ever a catchphrase for that type?
What was that?
For the pizzas and everything. Was that ever a catchphrase for it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, like what do you want on your tombstone? Oh, R.I.P. Kirby, the king. We love ya, Jack Kirby.
I thought so.
Yep. Uh-oh. Genis, I sense that through you, through our link and your cosmic awareness. And let Jones know that what? Genis, I don't care that we promised to shield Jones from visions tonight. Tell him we may have a problem. We do not have a problem. Oh, honey, it's sweet that you feel that way. But the truth is, we have lost touch with each other and reconnecting us. Shut up! Well, what? Not you, hon. I was going to say something stupid and I shut myself up before I did. Who is this guy? I've seen tampons with higher IQs. Nobody asked you to censor yourself, Rick. Rick, be reasonable. It's an emergency. I don't give a shoot, Marlo. That's sweet of you to say. I get it. Nobody asked you to censor yourself. I'm just
oh my God, this is
the comedy writes itself.
Exactly.
It's like obviously we've been kind of building up to this ever since Lorraine started haunting her, Marlo. Rick,
right.
The bottom line is, when we took our marriage vow, Rick, there's an alien presence that has to be dealt with. You promise? Yes, exactly. I promise to love and honor. God, what a soap opera. And me without my violin. So leave, but I don't want to leave. Not you! You don't want me? Oh, no, of course I want you. You want me? Sure, Oh! Okay. What I love is, it's so obvious. Rardo is trying to deny it. Kind of obvious, isn't it?
Right.
It's like she is constantly denying. It's like, girl, you're crazy about the guy. Just accept it.
Exactly.
Rick, this isn't helping. Great. Now I'm turning over in my grave. Saying slow. After all of these years with heroes, I think you know how to prioritize, Rick. I'm very disappointed in you. You're just trying to make me jealous because I'm dead and have no social life. Well, joke's on you. I never had one. And I don't need one because I got out my whack-a-ball. Would you do this if Captain America needed your help? No? The Hulk? No? Spider-Man? 18, 19, 20. Yes, yes, you do this if Spider-Man needed your. Oh, I see. Rick, there has to be a compromise from a compromised position. Solution? I meant to say, I meant solution. I meant to say, not position. 98 and 97, 98, 99. There has to be a compromised position. Solution. I mean solution. And boy, do these two go at it hard, huh?
Right.
The fact they just tilt over the couch like that.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, that's enough. Before, when we first switched, we were protecting what we thought was the negative zone by a null field around it. But Drax being thrust in here shattered the null field. That freed me to operate here in the microverse. And if you think one has to be on Earth to control the change, think again. Or don't. Apparently, you're right on the money. Rick, you're not acting like a professional!
The comedy here is gold.
It is! And again, we've been building up to a lot of this. And I just love how the two, again, Rick and Genis, now keep in mind this, I should have mentioned it before. Genis, until this point, was kind of like, as legacy, was kind of like a drunk guy, did good stuff, but wasn't a full-on hero, not an anti-hero, just a guy with powers. So this is him, all this series is him trying to finally be like, I'm being a superhero. I'm using my father's name finally. That's why he's taking this so seriously. But at the same time, he has no idea what he's doing.
Well, a flawed character. We love a flawed character with learning curves.
Exactly, but yeah. Like, how dare you? I'm sorry. I saw you were standing there and I thought, forget it, my mistake. Genis did this idiocy. You are needed here. What do you mean Jones won't cooperate? Oh, fine. I'll tap into his mind directly and, oh, yes, I see. Like, all right, I'll handle myself until you show up. But hurry! You can stop hiding. Invisible or not, I can see you. Interesting. Was it an effort for you? No, not in the least. Hope that doesn't damage your precious male ego. I am not human. Why do you assume I possess this precious male ego? Why not? Teenage boys don't qualify as human, and they're loaded with it. Intelligentsia. This is the Super Scroll. I have found her. Phoning home, E.T. In a matter of speaking, Intelligentsia. This is, I hurt you, and Collart, and I still can't believe, I still believe I could subdue her. Try if you wish, Collart, but you cannot. I have foreseen it. For the good of all, she must be destroyed. I have outfitted you with defenses to resist her power. The rest is up to you. I shall not fail. I am the Super Scroll. My power is supreme. The girl cannot withstand me. The girl cannot outthink me. The girl has left. What? Blast her eyes! I am the greatest warrior of the Scroll Empire! The Super Scroll will not be toyed with by an Earthchild! Look, I'm hanging up. He looks pretty threatening. Let's see it, and if he still does when he's a bowl of potato salad. Impressive display, child. You're indeed all the intelligentsia claims you to be, but I am likewise as advertised, as is the scroll technology that enables me to resist your power. You, however, will not be able to resist mine. And why do you simply stand there? Do you not fear me? This is not a game, child. The Super Scroll is here to destroy you. I'm sorry. You must have me confused with someone who cares whether I live or die. Don't you get it? I could do everything. And when you could do everything, why bother doing anything? Why do you hesitate, Collart? You know what is at stake. I am a warrior, Intelligentsia. Striking down a foe offers no opposition. It is not honorable. Nor is disobeying orders honorable. Do as you're told. Fight, child. This is your last chance to fight for your life. My life is a joke, and you got to be the punchline. As you wish, so shall be. And Moondragon, Titan and daughter. This is none of your business. And that would be the most simplistic way I can get this across to you. Yes. How about I'm making it my business? Believe it or not, Titaness, you are on the wrong side of this encounter. Not that I would hesitate to kill you, even if you were on the correct side. Flee, child. No need. I'm arranging for help, cause Tom. Oh, Tom, fill this. Frank chilled here. Wait. Yeah, Frank chilled here. Well, cause there's a few bald chicks and so few bald chicks in the world. I'd hate to see you toast. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. No. 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 Did you say, Marlo? I gotta leave. I wanted to stay, but things are getting out of hand. But I thought there's a kid. You had a kid with another woman? And if he had it with a cocker spaniel, we're gonna be millionaires. No, I don't have a kid. Then what are you saying? That I can't stay? Of course you can't. Why should you? It's not like I mean anything to you. You know what? Screw it. Shield your eyes. Oh, now what? I said shield them now. Marlo, Rick didn't know how to tell you that we're bonded on a molecular level. He wanted to wait for the right moment, and this wasn't it. But he didn't want to upset you anymore. Right now, we switched places, and he's in the microverse. But he can see and hear everything through my eyes, and I can hear him. And he wants you to know that he loves you, with all of his heart, and that his future happiness rests on what you say next. Okay, I'm coming up empty over here. Empty. Over to you, Red. You and Rick are sharing a body. He's linked with a superhero, and that's why he wanted to leave just now, because of some emergency. Basically, yes. Oh, thank God! I thought you was afraid of commitment. Look, if there's an emergency, go. We'll deal with this later. And Rick, this is really for you. Mwah. Now hurry up, Rick, and hurry back. I love her.
This was a great hero secret identity or whatever reveal.
Yeah, but of course she's used to it.
Right. And
I love her. I love her.
Right. Even though you have that sort of tension of the secret identity with the love interest and all of that, sometimes it gets too dragged out and overboard. So it's just and I like the honesty of, the relationship, whatever. So this was good for me.
Anyway, he wanted to tell her, just not this way.
Right.
Rick, since I look to you for expertise about human beings, can you explain the female of your species to me? Nope, no one can. And speaking of females, well, at least he's honest. No one can.
Funny.
Yep. I'll give you one final chance to depart, Titaness. After that, wait. I smell a Kree. An impure Kree, but a Kree nonetheless. And one who shall have no more luck against the Super Skrull than did the Titaness. Watch him, Marv. He's got the Human Torch's flame, Invisible Woman's force field and invisibility, Mr. Fantastic elasticity, the Sing strength. Anything else? Yeah, an annoying tendency to refer to himself in the third person. I know you. Lady, nobody knows me. Is Captain Marvel the help you said you were arranging for? No, actually, since you asked, he is. Next, the Silver Surfer. Uh-oh. Caught between the Silver Surfer and the Super Skrull. Oh, just a sec. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. 15 years ago, a particular section of swamp in the Florida Everglades, where a puddle and jumper from Atlanta to Fort Lauderdale ran afoul of a totally unexpected squall and came up somewhat the worse for it. The local fauna is appreciative of the offering and the fates have brought it. If the Gators knew enough to appreciate a god, they would be offering thanks to it. My folks went to Atlanta, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. For those who do know enough, they are debating whether to thank him for their survival or curse him for the calamity. Alice, calm down. It's just lightning. Calm down. Calm down. We're going to die, Ted. We are literally hip deep in alligator. This was about to be our honeymoon, to start our life together, not end it. Oh, God, we're going to die. Up the tree. Are you insane? Trees are targets for lightning. We've got no choice. What do you mean? We don't have a... Hey, go. I'm going. Can alligators climb trees? I don't know. What am I, a zoologist? Well, you got it up here. Oh, geez. I think it's going to try. I think. You, you know what? What? I think we were prepared for a purpose. I mean, we were the only passengers to survive the crash, and the gators haven't gotten us. You're going somewhere with this, Ted? Yeah. You wanna, do it? Do it? Do what? Wait a minute. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, really. No way. It was going to be special. I was saving myself for the wedding night, and this is it. And who knows? We may never have another chance. You did. Is that a yes? Sure, why not? You're right. This might be our only chance, and who knows? If it isn't, and it gives us a baby, what a story we'll have to tell him about how we made him. He'll sure feel special. So that's how she was conceived. Flash forward some 14 years. The he turned out to be a she. Kelly has heard the story of how she came to be. Then again, even had she not heard the story, okay, Marv, this one's a slam dunk. With the Surfer and Moondragon backing you up, the Super Skrull is dropping faster than hair from Bruce Willis's head. The fact that she has the ability to do more or less anything she wishes, and that several beings of overwhelming power are including Moondragon, Captain Marvel, Super Skrull, and the Silver Surfer are struggling over her fate. It's more than enough to make her feel special. Good to see you, Surfer. Ready to take down the bad guy? No. What? Say what? You do not understand, Genis. I was attending to other matters when this child summoned me. I had no choice in the matter. One moment I was halfway across the galaxy. The next, I was here. Who among you has that sort of power to relocate me? Me! As if my wants and desires are inconsequential. Do you, Genis, Moondragon, Skrull? That is not the point, Surfer. If she did summon you, yeah, I did. Very well. Since she summoned you, she did so with a power she does not understand. Now I pretty much have it down, because she is afraid. Afraid? Yeah, right. And sought your protection. I don't want his protection. Sadness, ring girl, what do you want? Nice of you to ask. Curious that you would have to ask, Titaness. Where are your renowned mental powers? Can you not simply look into her mind and divine what you wish? I have endeavored to do that. She blocks my efforts without intent to do so. I am quite sure. If I truly desire to break down the barriers, no need. Go ahead, scout me. See if I care. Very well. Marv, head her off. I don't like the way this is shaping up. Moondragon, wait. And Rick doesn't like the way this is shaping up. Do not be absurd, Genis. Whatever she is, she remains a child, while I am Moondragon, a daughter of... Moondragon! Moondragon, cut it off! Break loose! She can't. It's too late. Moondragon! Grows it! What's happening? What are you doing to her? Doing to her? Nothing. She just wanted to get into my head. But I got into hers instead. Don't worry, Moondragon survives this. But talk about horror movie.
Right. You know me very well, because I was just going to ask that.
You don't worry, she's fine. They wouldn't kill her off.
Right.
Where is he? Where is the Earth creature which slew the great Captain Marvel? Where is he? So that I may exact vengeance. Can we at least agree on attending to this monstrosity? Yes. But why does this creature think he who slew your father? He doesn't. He means me. It's a long story, and I'll tell it later. I look forward to it. Yeah! What are you so freaking cheerful about, Marlo? Your romantic evening just went bust because your strange hubby is even more estranged than you thought. What? You mean because he's sharing bodies with Captain Marvel, Lorraine? In a word? Yeah. I mean, doesn't that bother you? How can you possibly be taking this in stride? Look who's asking, the ghost who walks. What do you mean? Look who... Okay, fine. Ha ha. Skirt one for the mannequin that walks like a woman can. What the... Albert, front and center. Hey, boss. Thought you weren't going to be in tonight. I thought you and RJ were doing the romantic evening thing. Date end early? You could say that. Al, what's the deal here? Deal here? What's wrong? It's Friday night. It's 5% off night. This should be packed. Where the heck is everybody? Well, that's a problem. What kind of problem? A big one. You see, we got competition. Big time. Oh my God. Big time is right. Grand opening. Comic Book Castle. New title. 30% off. That's a way to get people in the door if it's 30% off new titles.
Right.
The girl. Where's the girl? And the super scroll. I don't see either of them. Ignore the snake. Ignore Rick. This isn't a vision. The surfer's fighting it too. Oh, and the girl's causing it. Don't you get what's happening? Enlighten me. Your whole cosmic awareness thing is letting you see other possibilities, other realities, like Moondragon said. But this girl, somehow, she's actually making the other realities real. Huh? What? And that was not our doing. No, I suspect it was the super scrolls. And Moondragon, Heather, are you all right? I'm fine. Go help the girl. Should we? The power she displays. What is your problem today, Surfer? We help people who can't defend themselves. Or are you reverting to that infinitely pleasant fellow who targeted planets after planet for his master's hunger? You overstep yourself, Captain. I have matters of galactic import in mind. If you fancy yourself a cosmic defender, you'd be well advised to consider them as well. And really, well, if you're going to stand around and let a scrawl pulp an Earth girl, then you'd be well advised to stay out of my way. Hey, why did you run? You said you had no desire to live because that white-haired guy and the bald girl were ready to stop you. And therefore, I figured he'd help them and keep them busy. In a way, I regret what I must do. You have potential. Indeed, you could be a valuable weapon for the Skrull Empire. Would that interest you? What do you think you're doing, soldier? This is a being capable of twisting reality to meet her whim. She threatens all that is. And it is not your place to offer her a position within the Skrull Empire. My place in Telegistia, with all due respect, my place has been in fighting for the glorious destiny of the Skrull Empire since before your inception was a glow in our scientists' collective eyes. So do not seek to lecture. Goof! Release her, Skrull. You've got until 5. 1, 2. Hammer, take it. I was never much for math anyway. I knew it, doofus. Still, he's the only other person I've ever seen who can do the face thing. Might as well let this play out. Not like I've got anything better to do. You half-breed, are beginning to get on my nerves. And you, Skrull, are not going to annihilate an Earthchild while I'm here. Marv, not that I'm knocking it, you understand. But we just had this conversation the other day. And you're ready to ace a kid whom you felt was a menace to life, yada, yada. What caused the turnaround? Is it because there's a Skrull involved and you're just knee-jerk reacting since Kree and Skrull traditionally hate each other's guts? Or is it because it's a girl this time and you're more protective of a girl? Or was I just darn convincing in my argument? Rick, not now, okay? Again, I love moments like that where it's taking that moment to pause and ask.
Right.
Yeah, fair question. Okay, are you certain you're sufficiently recovered, Moondragon? Your solicitousness is appreciated considering your attitude of moments ago. What has happened to you, Surfer? Does it have anything to do with your head and the deaths of Galactus? Yeah, that's another thing. Galactus got killed off before this. He eventually came back relatively soon, but yeah, he was dead at the time.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, it has everything to do with it. It was that, and was something that Galactus said in his final moment. But no, it's also this horror that I have become. It's just the beginning. There is more, much more, a greater horror and a greater purpose. With his last words, he warned me of an evil that I must protect the universe against. What if that evil is that young girl? Where then does my duty lie? This is not a fight you can win, Skrull. And the Super Skrull, there is no such fight. Go ahead, Half-Kree. Display your photonic blast now. Trapped within a force field sphere. See how effective they are. More than happy to, Skrull. And when I do, you'll what? Dazzle me with your ability to stay out of your own and the way of your own attack? That is quite enough. This matter must be sealed as quickly as possible. Why? What is this rush to judgment, Surfer? Because we are dealing with a child whose mercurial method and moods can lead to rapid changes in the situation. Yeah, like that. This is not good. This is extremely not good. You want to know, guys? You want more? What more? Sorry, what more do you guys want, huh? I'm causing it. Me. So just polish me off like I know you want to, and it'll go away. Come on, do it. Do it! No! Marvel, you idiot. Why? Because I won't let you annihilate a girl who wasn't fighting back? No, because I was aiming at the Super Skrull who was coming up behind her there to grab her. Oh, I wonder if it's too late to be molecularly bonded with Nova. Gentlemen, a more pressing problem? As soon as we're clear, I'll make the Hista go back to the alternate reality I pulled them from. You know, there's another where your people won some big war. I'm a little hazy in the details. I could pull it over here if you want. That will not be necessary yet. The surfer was correct. You are miraculously even for an Earth creature. My random field generator can hold you in check. Since only the Skrull possess this technology, you pose no threat to us. And I suspect that despite her attitude, the intelligentsia will take into you. So, the so-called Super Skrull decided to stand up to me. Well, when he arrives home, he and the Earth creature will not receive the welcome I believe he expects. The intelligentsia was created to guide, to rule, not to be defied by the Super Skrull or an Earth creature, or as will inevitably occur, the Kree half-breed calling itself Captain Marvel. Now, finale. Intelligentsia. She's more than just a pretty face. Mommy, come see. Not now, Kelly. Mommy's busy. I built a snow castle. That's nice. It's not just nice. It's 100 feet high, and snow knights are guardian. Kelly, there's a big snow dragon. They're about to fight. Come look at the fight. Kelly, look it. Kelly, not now. For the love of no. That's from the set Grandma gave us for our wedding. I'm sorry, Mommy. I can fix it if you can't fix it, Kelly. It's impossible. Nothing's impossible, Mommy. I got real knights and dragons outside, and you do not have knights and dragons outside. Yes, I do. Come look it. No, you don't. It's pretend. Understand? You can't make real knights or dragons or anything out of snow. The refrigerator boxes aren't race cars, and tires hanging from a tree branch aren't moon rockets, okay? Make-believe isn't the same as real. It can be. It can't. Say it with me. It can't, but make-believe isn't real. Say it. Make-believe isn't real. I didn't mean to scare you, honey, but Mommy's back is hurting, and that was one of her favorite dish sets. But it's okay. It'll be all right. Now go back outside. Kids, gotta get the broom and clean up the dish. Mommy says you can't be here. That make-believe isn't real. Well, that stinks. You must attend to your mother, Kelly. As painful as it may be, her word is law. If she says that make-believe cannot be real, then there simply can be no further discussion. Otherwise, it would be unchivalrous. Okay, if you're sure. I'm not sure that you're a dragon. Nobody asked you. Farewell, Kelly. You must have been you would have been a most excellent princess. Kelly! Don't worry, Mom. I'm just making believe, but it's not real. See? Just like you said. Happy? I suppose. Dang! And if you notice, the mom was pregnant with the other kid, so that's what made her even more testy.
Wow. That's a very sad, scene.
But believable. Like, the mom wasn't being bad, just stressed.
True.
You know what I mean? Again, she's pregnant. She's dealing with all this. The kid's being a little bit annoying. Breaks the dish. But yeah, the mother's just like, whatever. Like you suppose we're going to help the girl surfer? You suppose an Earth girl has been kidnapped by the Super Skrull and taken off for who knows what purpose to a Skrull world, and you suppose that when we get there, we'll help her? I don't understand this at all. No, you do not understand. And since your attempts at comprehension are not aiding you, perhaps you would be well advised to cease these fruitless pursuits. Genis, the surfer has a point. We have no idea what we're dealing with. Our plans must be fluid until we know. Fluid, Moondragon? Then we'll be weak. Not at all. Think of the ocean, Genis. Think of the power of the pounding surf. One cannot stop the ocean because no matter how much you push against it, it flows around you. We will be the ocean, which is why this whole thing sounds all wet to me. Don't worry, Rick. I won't let anything happen to her. It may not be up to you. Who then? You, surfer? Are you going to be the one who decides who lives and who dies? I am certainly the only one here who has extensive experience at that profession. But no, in point of fact, I was thinking that the key to the girl's ultimate fate lies in her own hands. So this is what your homeworld, the Skrull homeworld, was destroyed, child. Our empire has evolved into an assortment of what were once colony worlds, taken over by those seeking power. These days, we waste our time fighting amongst ourselves rather than against ancient enemies such as the Kree. This world called Skrull was largely fought and founded by scientists. Skrull warlords have traditionally had little regard for scientists and so have ignored Skrull for the most part. This is a mistake that they will. Is there a problem? Captain of the Guards, you will address the Super Skrull when asked a question. The intelligentsia gave you specific instructions. If you had followed them, the girl would not be alive. Instead, she is here. She is a threat, and you have brought her here to the heart of the intelligentsia stronghold. Indeed, I have. And this, as you say, her stronghold. If there is any location in the galaxy that she should be confident of herself, it is here. Are we to attend to the words of a creature who is so insecure that even in her place of power she quakes in dread? Are those the depths to which we have fallen? I would not have put it in quite that manner. In what other manner could one possibly put it? Look at this child. This is a pathetic specimen of a race which we hold in contempt. Here she is, many light years from her home, surrounded by armed aliens that she would see us, and she exudes nothing but confidence, whereas the intelligentsia is so in fear of her that she wants her annihilated from a safe distance. Well played, Clerk. Very, very clever. Casting me in the role of Craven in order to further your own aims. My aims are merely to serve you, intelligentsia. Pretty word, but still just words. Captain of the Guard, bring Clerk and the girl to me. I shall risk it. If you are afraid, girl, you are containing it well. I commend you. It's hard to become afraid when you're bored. I see. Then perhaps we can find something to engage your intention. May I present the child, the guiding mind behind the destiny of the Skrull, created by scientists here on Skrull, to be our answer to similar technology among the hated Kree, a repository for the greatest leaders, empresses, tacticians, and scientists of the whole of our history. The intelligentsia. Your introduction is appreciated, Colored, although I dispute your description of our technology as similar. I am as far removed from that which produced the Kree intelligence supreme as we are beyond humans. And draw, creature, accurate but draw. You are amusing beyond your years. A pity your years will be ending quite shortly. However, I foresee that others will be joining us here quite soon. It is inevitable still. Mount planetary defenses. We would not after all, wish to make it too easy on them. Oof! Genis, are you all right? I'm fine. Whoops! Whoops there, Marv! And Jen, whoops! What do you think so far of what's been going on here with this? With the Skrulls?
Now I'm starting to understand what the Skrulls are.
Yeah. More so than the MCU ever gave us.
Right. I did not. I guess
Nope.
now
Yeah,
it makes me feel like watching the movies to kind of like again
Oh,
to
really? You only
re
have Captain Marvel and Secret Invasion to go off of.
right is mostly now that I've sort of okay what's going on with the MCU or
Mm-hmm.
just those movies. It's kind of like okay so what is this? And then going to now reading
Yeah.
about them, it's like, oh, so, again, the difference of MCU interpretation and the
Yeah.
comic source.
Yeah. Rick, your body can't manipulate the protective aura energy. You'll die in seconds. Switch back. Hurry. Rick! Rick, grows it. Wake up. Wake. Richard. And he lived, but barely. You, Joan, need a change of scene. Clang! Rick, speak to me. Say something. Rick, are you all right? Can you talk? Can you? Don't you ever let that happen again. I don't care if we have to start wearing oven mitts. Never again. Get it? Got it. Good. Rick's good and angry. I don't blame him. It's been a while since I really started finessing what this photonic energy can do. Be careful, Janet. You know what, Moondragon? That's been exactly my problem lately. Too much being careful. too conservative, because now that I'm linked to Rick, I've been worrying about 2 lives instead of 1. But caution almost got him killed, and so devil take it. And by the way, in combat, it's no more Genis for me than it is Heather for you. Instead, need I remind you, it's Captain Marvel behind him. Get him behind him. You know, when maneuvering combat trips, shouting out your moves so the opponent can hear you is not the smoothest plan. And do not concern yourself. I have far smoother in mind. And there it is. And there is some of the passion, the intensity, the sheer joy for fighting the good fight that characterized your late father. How unfortunate for you that you are only half Kree and therefore only worth half the effort of killing. Perhaps on the plus side, and for you though, since I'm only half Kree, I'll only kick your butt halfway to Andromeda instead of all the way. Hope you got that force field nice and snug. No! I just love it when they yell no. All this consternation over you, child. You must feel very special. Whatever. Do not think you can use your powers against me. I and all my honor guard here are all protected by the same random field generator which the Super Skrull had with him. I have anticipated everything. If you're so smart, why didn't you know that he'd bring me here? I knew there was a 93% chance he would, but I was curious to see if he would follow orders. This was as much of a test for him as it was an action against you. That does not change the fact, however, that you must still be dealt with, as do Captain Marvel and his associates. Marv, how are you holding up out there? Not easily. I built up a lot of photonic energy thanks to all the stars we passed on the trip here, but I'm using it up at an alarmingly high rate, and they're not being generous enough to give me time to recharge. Don't sweat it. Backup should be here just about any minute. My apologies for the tardiness, Captain. Some ground-to-space pulse cannons needed to be attended to. If nothing else, it should make our departure easier than our arrival. Do you ever get tired of knowing you're right, Rick? I don't always know it. Sometimes I phone a friend or use a lifeline. What? Never mind. No time to waste conversing with Jones, Genis. Captain Marvel, where? I meant that you should call me Captain Marvel. Yes, so you said. I should remember that for the future. Thank you, Heather. I know, Captain Marvel, where? I know, she's being a smart, because she did interact with his father. So that's also a bit of why she's not calling him it.
I see. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you have not earned it yet in her eyes. Like, doof, ha, Genis! What is she, learning impaired? You are putting yourself against wielders of 9 cosmic powers, Skrull. This should be a lesson in the hazards of hubris. Well, how far are you this far, Skrull? I'm super. Thanks for asking. To be specific, I am the Super Skrull, and you address me by my full title, or you will rot in the grave you are so richly earning. Males are certainly obsessed with proper forms of address. Captain Marvel, I'm on it. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Is this almost over? I believe so. Oh, thank God. And well, we're quite the Warrior 3. Do not use that phrase. Sorry. Skrull spawn creature. Hand the girl over to us so that we can leave before more damage is caused. Damage? You wish to unleash this child unchecked upon the universe, and you speak to me of damage? Have you any idea what she is, who she is? And all I know is that she's a girl who needs help and protection from Skrulls, and that's all I need to know. You purport to be cosmically aware, yet the bounds of your knowledge are horrifically limited. Tell me, girl, did your parents conceive you in a swamp? Yeah, how did you? In intelligentsia. That's how. Oh my God, I get it. I totally get it. Marv, let me out. It'll take too long otherwise. Hurry. But trust me, bang those bands, Marv. Now what? Now it's as I expected. You know, you're getting pretty one note, lady, or whatever. And I called off the Hista from Earth right after I took off. But don't think I can't bring him here, and you'll give him an appetizer. And hey, you're the talk show guy. You watched the show? Sometime. The one where you had Dr. Dre and Dr. Druid was pretty cool, actually. This is ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Well, at least I know and what's going on. Kelly, the swamp was in the Everglades near a place called Citrusville, right? Yeah, I think so. Why? I think when your bun was first put in your mom's oven, as it were. It happened over or near the nexus of all realities. It's where all kinds of alternate universes converge, where our concept of reality goes straight out the window. A swamp creature guards it these days, and a talking duck came through it once. Don't ask. The point is that she, by the circumstances of her creation, is a sort of walking nexus. Is such a thing possible? The surfing cosmic Oscar statue is asking what's possible. Hold on, I'll check with the bald psychic chick and the giant floating green head over there and get back to you. Point taken. And what do I do with this info, huh? Chrome Dome's ready to toast me. Starface and Bald Chick want to save me, but aren't sure they should. Pointy Ears and his pals want to make me a weapon. But what do you want? To end it all, let Chrome Dome blow me to bits and be done with it. I just wish I had the guts to off myself. How can you say that? You've got this gift. Geez, kid, instead of causing havoc on Earth, you could bring about a golden age, end war, poverty, starvation. You can't let the typical teen angst ball cloud the fact that you got utopia in your hand. You jerk, you still don't get it. I can't create something from nothing. I can only siphon what already is from some place else. In the whole freaking multiverse, there is no utopia. Trust me, I've looked. This grand dream that people have that we're going to make it, it's a joke. It ain't going to happen. In most realities, we humans smear ourselves. Oh, there's a handful where we grew up, where we almost have it all, except then we got conquered by the Hista, or these bozos, or others and like them, and we're enslaved or something. How do you think I feel, huh? Being the only kid in the universe who knows beyond a doubt that there's no happy ending anywhere, anytime, ever. She's tearing apart the whole reality. It has to end. It has to end here. No, Richard. There's no other way. I don't accept that. There has to be. Rick, release me all. Fight the surfer if need be. No, I've seen him like this. Trust me, he'll take you down without a thought. Head bashing isn't going to help this. But one side, I said. Or what? You'll kill me too? Destroy two to save all? Yes. Kelly, listen to me. Listen, kid. Make your own happy ending. Turn your reality into a place where you never had your powers to begin with. That's all it'll take. Just make your powers go away. Then you can still hold out hope that maybe, somehow, someday it'll be okay. And you'll never know otherwise. And you won't have all this power making you nuts. And do not be naive, Richard. It can't be that simple. Why? Why can't it be? Because if the child merely had to wish her powers away, she would have done so by now. She wouldn't have needed to put herself through all this anguish. She's a teenage girl. She lives for anguish. Wish them away? Moondragon is right. It cannot be that simple. Of course, just deciding not to have them anymore. I am such a jerk. God, how embarrassing. Thanks, Rick. You're welcome, I guess. Kelly, dinner coming. Great burger, Ma. Thank you, honey. Oh, we got your report card in the mail. All A's. Sounds to me like a certain young lady is closing in on that dirt bike she's working towards. Yes! And Donna, what did you do in school today? I made a dragon in art today out of clay, and then I made it come to life, and it started a fire in the wastebasket, but nobody was hurt. And then I brought it home in my backpack. That's very nice. That's nice, honey. Very imaginative. Huh? And that mean boy Ryan who was bothering me, well, he won't be bothering me anymore. That's nice, dear. Ted, pass the potatoes. We never get this followed up on, but how was this the end of this arc?
Oh wow. That ending.
Yep.
Something.
But it never gets followed up on.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Well, to be fair, it'll just be a wash, rinse, repeat.
Well, true, but just that it really feels like it sets up something, like you need
But he has
that.
other stories to tell, though.
Right.
It's a case where he left it there. If he wanted to go back, if he ever felt the need to, he would, but not at the moment. What did you think about how this got resolved?
Well, it was, you have that ending, and it's kind of like it's going to set up something. So it's like, is it an ending? But it feels very
Well, obviously the case where Peter didn't know he would never get back to this when he did this.
right. It feels half satisfying, I'll say. It's like it's on the fence for me.
Right. But how about the way Rick resolved it?
I mean, again, it's kind of, to me, it should have kept going, or it's kind of like a very rushed kind of resolving to me.
True, but it was also really the only other way.
Yeah, but
Because
as
either
you
she
said,
died or whatever.
right, but as you said, it depends on like, are you going to be able to finish your story or do you have to wrap it up, you know? And that's pretty much what I would say the only flaw of
Yeah,
the writing is you don't know, you know, how you can end your story. If you can start a plot, if you can set up something, you know,
right.
that's pretty much what is the flaw of this so far.
But yeah, but it was either she died. Well, I was saying it's better than the usual story ending where where they do have to kill the kid off.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't so much as write himself in a corner. I wouldn't say that. It was just
Because again, that's usually the cliche.
right. You just didn't have much of an option.
And this whole now Peter David, this whole idea of there isn't a happy ending. Peter David does come back to this in the
Oh,
next
really?
volume, but he does come back to this whole idea of every time you think about now, of course, he's always looking in the further future. Like in the end, things are always going to go bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he does play into this in next volume, but still. In fact, it actually is a big part of the final story arc, full story arc.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if that was intentional, but
Well, as I always say, let the story flow as it may. And
yep.
yeah, some things connect together.
I did like this whole explanation of her origin of her powers. That makes sense. Because she was
Yes.
conceived in that area, which, since you probably didn't know about the Nexus, that's why this makes it a big surprise. Since I knew about it, it was like, oh dear. And that's supposed to be the man thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Howard the Duck. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the artwork still remains strong. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the expressions, the again, the dialogue, it feels like real people, you know, quote unquote, are
Arguing and
talking.
everything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Yep, so now we get him meeting up with his old man.
Oh, wow.
And this is actually drawn by Jim Starlin, the guy who he didn't create Mar-Vell, but he's the guy who redefined him to what we know. He's the one who gave him the cosmic awareness. The one, and that was also the story that introduced Thanos.
Oh, cool.
Yep, in the heart of forever, the Son and the Father together again for the first time. Yeah, remember that Genis was a test tube born creation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was never like born, naturally, and he was created well after his father died of cancer. And yeah, and that was a big story. I always remember Spidey's line of, "Wait, we're heroes. We don't die from just things like cancer."
Yeah, one would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one would think. Just a second. Just look at one thing I just got mailed.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? Sorry, I'm just looking up about this because yeah, it was about my unemployment ending, and I'm just wondering like why is it saying about, like what, is it gonna give me more?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, or something like that. Because it's basically just repeating all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like second reminder. What does that mean? Okay. Anyway. Um. Yeah. Right. Anyway. But it's over, Thanos. Do you hear me, Death Lover? I said it's over. The path of destruction you've cut through the universe ends here. Your null life bomb has been smashed. You've been mortally wounded. Your power sources are destroyed, and the drones you created to defend you have returned to the unlife that spawned them. There's no use in making some sort of grandstand play. You're done. Done. My dear Marvel, I'm just getting warmed up. Come out of hiding, Thanos. It's not too late to end this with some shred of dignity. Your concern for solving my ego is laudable. However, if I were you, I'd be more concerned about your fate than mine. Something's wrong. Blast you, Thanos! What have you done now? The point of fact, nothing at all. But the good captain does not know that. And I have long ago learned how to take advantage of any situation, particularly when any death is involved. Trust Santa to have some last-ditch stunt up his sleeve. The only question is, what sort of menace is going to come through in there, and how long will it take to destroy me? And stop it! Stop what? Not you, Surfer. Rick Jones. I thought your striking the nega bands together caused you to switch atoms with him. That he went back to the microverse. How can he be doing anything on? Believe me, Surfer, you don't want to know. Because Surfer is reflective.
Oh my gosh. Again, the art detail is great.
It really is, isn't it? Very mature, Rick. Very mature. Hey, I just helped solve a crisis and save the universe as we know it. And stop Kodachrome Dome there from having to 86 an Earth Girl. I'm entitled to have some fun. What is Rick saying? He's apologizing profusely for acting like an idiot. Hey, I am not. Are you sure you were with them voluntarily, Moondragon? I'm beginning to wonder, and that's not the only thing I'm wondering about. Genis, that girl Kelly, the one who almost tore the universe down around our ears. What about her? She skewed possibility, disrupted the normal occurrences of events in the multiverse. And she was first coming into our powers at the same time that your status changed. You're merging with Jones. You're being cosmically aware. Are you saying that because of Kelly, things happen differently than they should have just because she existed? Chaos theory, Genis. That beating of a butterfly wing in one part of the world causes rain in the Amazon rainforest. Even the smallest thing can produce ripples that impact on everything else. And she was hardly a butterfly. So, for instance, our switching into and out of the microverse right in a negative zone, as was the previous case, was because of her? Exactly. You were particularly vulnerable to disruption since your cosmic awareness stems from the very core of reality, or realities, as it were. So, if that's the case, it's an interesting theory, and I believe that the girl's chaotic nature results in further problems. We don't know that for sure, Surfer. Actually, we do. Grows it! The girl's mental strain caused actual rips in the fabric of reality and despite the fact that she was able to compose herself, not all of those rips are quick to heal. If left unattended, the consequences could be dire. I sense something from in there, something I can't describe. Is it the sound of millions of voices crying out in terror and speaking subtly silence? No? Well then, how important can it be? Surfer, Moondragon, I'm going to check this out first. Genis, we should go together. So something deadly and unexpected can take out all three of us out in one shot? I think not. If I don't come back in a reasonable time, come after me. Or if necessary, seal it off. And if that happens, then give Marlo my apologies on Rick's behalf when you get back to Earth. I don't believe this place. Everything is marked down and they just open. How can they afford it? But geez, this place is packed. I see dead comics. Avant, young maiden. My name is Sir Glenn. May I help thee? Yea, verily, were I alive, I would lose my life. Maybe, yeah, I'm Marlo Chandler. I own Golden Orange Comics down the street. I kind of like to know who runs this place. Verily, I know not his true name. He is called simply the Enchanter. Someone seen Man of La Mancha you too many times. Ow! Oh, nuts! It keeps doing that. Lorraine, who? Wasn't me, and damn it, Jim. And wasn't me, damn it, Jim. I'm a spirit, not a poltergeist. You know, if I had a visor thing like that on the front of his shorts, this could get interesting. Well, this is interesting. This thing's got a considerable gravity field. Not as strong as a black hole, but impressive nonetheless. Don't get too close to it, Marv. You know, Rick, I'm getting a little tired of this. Tired of what? And what are you talking about? Look, I know you have far more experience than I, but you treat me like I'm utterly helpless unless you call the shot. I was doing fine before we linked up, and I could do this and just as well without you. Uh-oh. What's that supposed to mean? Marv, fight it. Can't too strong. Marv, speak to me. Marv, you can't do this to me, man. Ground control to Captain Marvel. You got to come through for Rick, your old pal. You're the hero. Heroes can't die. Okay, they die, but they always come back, except, of course, for your Oh, boy. It stopped. The swirling, the disorientation, universe straining out. That vessel grows it. I don't need cosmic awareness to get a read on it. I could be cosmically deaf, dumb, and blind and still. So, Sano, there's one more trick up his sleeve. Well, I don't need anything up my sleeve except my good right arm. So why don't you crawl back into whatever pit Sano's hauled you out of? Because I've had more than enough of dealing with 2-bit distractions like you. That can't be who I thought it was. That can't be Mar-Vell. That's right, Captain Mar-Vell. You're dead. Oh, threats now, is it? No, I meant doof. You'll have to do better than toss around idle claims of how you're going to kill me, Blueface. Better than you have tried. And despite it all, I'm still. Will you shut up and listen to me? And photonic energy, quite some of the mind. That would be very impressive if I were of a mind to be impressed. Stop it, I said. I don't want to hurt you. You think you can hurt me? I have got to start thinking about how something sounds before I say it. Look at this place. There was a major battle here. I'm starting to think that Mar-Vell is still fighting it. Did that rip toss me through time or? No. It's not that I know it. It's another dimension. Kelly must have left open a rip to a different plane of existence in the multiverse. Rick, do you think maybe? Rick, I can't sense him. Maybe he's unconscious for some reason. Or maybe since I'm out of my natural universe, our link is subject to some sort of natural disrupt. Waiting for Santa to send you instruction? Will you, for God's sake, listen to me? This is what Rick called a classic misunderstanding brawl. Rick Jones, we switch atoms like you do. You used to do. I'm your son. Oh, please, if that's the best Santa can come up with, a cheap ploy to distract me from finishing him, it's no ploy. I'll prove it to you. If slamming the Negaband together doesn't cause me to trade atoms with Rick Jones, you can blast me into the middle of next week, and I won't lift a finger to stop you, okay? All right, you've got one shot. One shot is all I need. You know, the irony of this is really sickening because I was just telling Rick that I could do just fine on my own. And now here I am, except having him around would be really useful about now. But, oh, this is really going to hurt.
This is comedy. I mean, the
set up, payoff.
Right.
It's like, this is good. All right, fine. Rick also told me that if I stop fighting in a misunderstanding brawl, then that'll put an end to it. And that should be easy in this case because of anyone who walks or breathes or flies in all the multiverse, you're the last person I want to slug it out with. If that's the case, you shouldn't have threatened me saying I was dead. It wasn't a threat. It was. Never mind. No, don't leave me there. What did you mean? Finish the thought. I shouldn't have said any. Finish the thought. In my universe, you died of cancer. How did you know I have cancer? You do here too? I mean, yes. I contracted it during a fight with Nitro. Oh, that's right. And apparently it will be fatal. I'm sorry. That's and TJ over there. And Rupert, all my regulars. Cripes, there's Moomy and Miggy. Even my celebrity customers are here. Wow, genuine buns of steel. Stupid visor. Will you get your head out of the gutter, Lorraine? It's not in the gutter. It's under 6 feet of sod, remember? I got serious problem here. You've got a problem? I've got impulses and no body. All I can do is admire from afar. At least you can go out and have a good lay. No thanks. I'm going to have to do something to lure them back. I need some sort of event. Like what? Maybe a signing with a big name creator. You mean like God? Not big enough. I was thinking Neil Gaiman. Wait, I've got it. It's perfect. These guys keep bringing about superheroes. Yeah, so I'm going to schedule a sighting with a genuine superhero, and I know exactly which one to ask. Captain Marvel. You call yourself Captain Marvel? Yes, it was a tribute to you. I hope you don't mind. No, I'm flattered. And your mother is a listless? You said? That's right. And so she and I? Not exactly. After you died, look, it's kind of complicated. Can we just say Titan super science and move on? Is she well? Alyssa's, I mean? Yes, she's fine, very well. And she speaks of you often. Is she, well, here too, I mean? Could it be better? Isn't this pleasant? Together again for the first time, father and son. What does that make me, I wonder? Thanos! That's Thanos? You don't have this monster in your universe? Well, yes and no. I've something to return to you, Marvel. So in this case, Thanos is the Magus. That's the dark side of Adam Strange or Warlock.
Okay.
Once you've removed it, of course. Your father did this to me, boy. Pity you missed it. You missed the whole battle. The two of you, a study in missed opportunities. Poor timing. If I had breaths left to laugh, I would. Imagine a blade forged centuries ago by pathetic little mortal wizard on Earth would be the end of me. Amazing. By the way, that spatial rip, if it continues to exist, will cause the life force of both universes to ebb away, much as mine seeps away through this wound. That would be poetic justice, I suppose. I love poetry almost as much as I do death. Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Tink, tink, tink. He's right. The rift has to be sealed. Blasts from photonic energy should do it, but it has to be from both sides, and it's widening. If we wait too long, we won't be able to do the job. So it has to be soon, very soon. Too soon. There's so much I want to say, to tell you, ask you. I don't want to leave you. You won't. Not ever. I tell you to make me proud, and I know you already have. Son. I love this. Using an alternate universe to do this instead of time travel. I like this.
Yes. It still gives you the closure without any shenanigans or whatever.
Exactly. But yeah, anyway, there, I see him. He's coming out of the rip, but he was only gone for an instant. Now what is he doing? Marv, sealing off a loose end. But where were you? I nearly had a stroke. I'd rather not talk about it right now, except to say that I grew to appreciate a little what everyone in my life and of my life has given me. I'm not following you, Marv. Good. Usually it's the other way around. Genis. I forgot. Captain Marvel. Are you all right? Life's too short for hesitation and missed opportunity. Let's go home. I have a son. I couldn't bring myself to tell him that day the whole truth. Couldn't tell him that Thanos had already succeeded in large measures, that my greatest battle, my greatest triumph, was also my greatest failure, that Thanos had already wiped out all life in our galaxy. I saved the rest of the universe, but everyone I'd ever known, ever loved is gone. I am the last, and I thought I was to die, forgotten, alone, shrouded in my failure, and my life nothing but promises unfulfilled. And then I met him and learned that somewhere a part of me, and if illicit, lives on and will be remembered. No one could ask more than that, not even a dying man named Captain Marvel. How was that for a done in one?
That was grand. You still had the comedy, the action, but then you end off with the emotional beat.
And that he still died, but the fact it was even more tragic.
Yeah.
Because everyone in his galaxy died.
That is sad, but you still get that closure
Exactly.
needed.
But yep. Now this is a tie-in to an event that went on called Maximum Security, where the Kree and others decide. Hold on. What the heck? That was weird. Anyway. But yeah, where they decided to make Earth a prison planet.
Really?
It was a crazy event. What the heck? Oh man, this is too much. Yo, Miss, are you, available? I'll tell you, I always wonder where blue-haired little old ladies come from. Now I know. Are you talking to me? Oh, I love that movie. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? There's nobody else here. You gotta be talking to me. Do you like De Niro? I am not quite sure. Is that a beverage of some kind? You're funny. I like that. So you think maybe we can go somewhere? Would you like that? To go somewhere? Oh, baby, yeah. Specifically if you're going to send me there. Very well. I'm going to send you to hell. Una, Una, I have acquired sustenance for us. Una, if we're going to be exiled together in this misbegotten world, at least you can do is speak to me when I'm addressing you. You've fed. You've acquired your own nourishment while I was off foraging for us. The least you could do was wait. My forms of food intake are, I admit, less efficient than yours, but still. Are you talking to me? What? Are you talking to me? Yes, of course there's no one else here. You must be talking to me. You worry me, sister. We've been on this world for 5 minutes, and I don't understand you. If it affects us so quickly, the inhabitants are probably completely insane. Oh, look at the detail on him. But what an idiot! What an idiot! Right?
Yes.
This guy is like such an idiot.
Aren't they all?
I'm not listening. I'm not listening. Rick, will you listen to me? What part of not listening was unclear? Not listening. Not. La 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 la. Rick, you're being ridiculous. La 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 la. You're being ridiculous. I'm being ridiculous. Yes. Me. Wait, what? Are you about to start singing now? It's a joke, Marlo. Do you want to have supervillains attack the store? Do you? Guys, considering we're kind of hemorrhaging our customer base these days, you think maybe you could take this outside so we won't lose any more? Please? You heard him, Rick. We're hemorrhaging customers. That New Star Comics castle is pulling people away in huge numbers. I appreciate that, Marlo, but what do you want from me? I already told you what I want from you. Right. Rick, do you think Marvel could do a store appearance? I take it we can safely assume we're not referring to Wolfmen? And, oh no, I don't think I'd want a werewolf here. Oh boy. Rick, what's the big deal? Captain Marvel shows up here, signs autograph, poses for a picture, well, lines out the door. So will the ER at Cedar Sina. Guys like Marv, like me, for that matter, are madness for super weirdness. It's one of the reasons you said you want distance from me. Excuse me. Could you spare some money for a poor amnesiac bum? Here. Now, do you mind? We're talking. Sorry. That's why I was so nervous about letting you know about my connection to Marvel. You said there was just too much weirdness in my life for you to be any part of it. But now you want to bring him even more into your life? What changed? Well, nice. Gonna build your summer home here? Nothing changed. I'm just trying to have this store survive in a tight comic market. Rick, what's the problem? Nothing. There's no problem. Are you talking to Captain Marvel? No, I'm talking to a ghost who's haunting me because I feel guilty about his death. You are. Oh my God, Rick. That's like. And he was joking. Just like so funny. You got me good. Yes, sir. Where have you been? I was sleeping. I do that on occasion. You know what? What's the problem here? Marla wants you to do an in-store appearance to try to publicize her store. She figures having a genuine superhero would be a major draw. I'd be happy to. What do you mean you'd be happy to? Yes! And Marv, trust me, these kind of things always become disasters. Supervillains pick that moment to attack. It's a mess. Rick, I'm still an alien to your world. There are still those who view me with a certain amount of distrust. People fear what they don't know. What better way for them to get to know me than a social environment? And if you're attacked, what would you have? And what would you have, Rick? I should hide in the microverse on the off chance that if I show up, I'll be under assault? That doesn't sound honorable or remotely heroic. If I curtail my activities because of what villains might do, they automatically win. Stupidity and heroism don't go hand in hand, Marv. You can't do an advertised appearance. It's a bad idea. You had me do one on your talk show. That was different. I love that. That was different. Why? Because at that point, you didn't consider me a threat for your wife's affection? Like, when do you want him there? I win again. I always win. Of course you always win, Drax. You keep changing the rules. Do not intentionally. You just keep forgetting what they are. I think you'll find that a careful analysis of the rules will reveal that you, in fact, are simply having difficulty following their malleability under varying circumstances. Bug, did you hear that? I sure did, Mary. Hey, Drax, that was positively rude. It was, wasn't it? It seems the more time I spend here in the microverse, the more my intellect improves. I wonder if it has to do with different radiation levels, or perhaps subatomic particles that, well, whatever it is, Commander Ron will be glad to hear it. After all, the smarter you are, the more help you'll be to us microns in our missions. Missions? Did you say mission? Yeah. Why? And why? Is that a No, and no missions. Anything could happen. I could be hurt, killed, worse. Huh? Drax, what's come over you? Oh, Mari, I can hear the ruckus up there in CNC. What's going on? It's Drax our turret. He's gone crazy. Bug's trying to calm him down. Okay, big fella, just take it easy now, okay? No need to. You just want to hurt me. Number one, I don't. Number two, I doubt I could even if I tried. So why not get away? Like, losing grip. Sorry, so sorry. Get all doof. Thank God I got a containment patch up in time. Are you all right, Murray? I'll be fine. So will I. Thanks for asking. What happened in here? Commander, I wish I knew. And authorities are still unwilling to comment on reports that a sudden influx of so-called alien beings is descending on Earth. Because of the variety of arrivals being reported, it is not believed at this time that an invasion is imminent. However, should an invasion occur, viewers will be instructed as to what fallout shelter they should report to. An invasion. There's an interesting thought. The Earth creatures make a valid point, dear brother. What is needed at this point in time is organization. And if we can coordinate all of the asserted outcasts of this world into a single, what are they doing? What are you doing? It stopped working. Of course it stopped working. You pulled it away from its power source. How can it reasonably continue to fund? What now? We're being attacked. You get out of here. You get out of here right now. This store's been in my family for generations, and I'm not letting freaks like you wreck it. That an attack you could call an attack? You could call it that if you want to. Oh, and what would you call it? Damn! I would call it incentive. Hey, by the great Pama, they look and take a look at this. I'm busy. You're about to be busier. Look at this. Look at what? By the great Pama, in person at Golden Orange, Captain Marvel. There's no Earth creature. This is Marvel's son. And has an Earth creature assumed the name of our father's murderer? The one called Genis? Are you sure? Completely. Last time I saw him, he had a long yellow hair, a pale skin tone, pupils in his eyes, and no stars on his face. But otherwise, he hasn't changed at all. Una, dear sister, I think it's time we settle accounts with this half-breed son of a murderer. Rick called it! Rick called it!
Yes, he did.
He so called it! And how come your face looks different from the flyers and from this picture? Well, I look that way when I'm going into battle or when I'm using my cosmic awareness. But I promised a certain store owner that I refrain from being aware tonight so I could focus on meeting you kind people. Oh, right. When I asked you to do that, you wound up finding the Super Skull in a cemetery. But for her, you can ditch the Cosmic Crusader shtick for an evening. Shut up, Rick. There was another guy named Captain Marvel years ago. Are you him? No, I'm his son. Oh, you're Captain Marvel Jr. Yes, I suppose I am. This is him. This is the guy who can't say his own name without turning into a non-superhero guy. I'm sorry, what? Referencing DC.
Oh my God.
What's he talking about? Trust me, Marv, you so don't want to go there. Hey, you don't know me, but my name's Marty, and we have kind of a comic club. That's nice. And the thing is, you're a superhero, and that's as close to being a comic book character as you can possibly get. So we've been having this long-running, well, I suppose you call it a debate. So if it would mean a lot to us if you could give us your opinion on a subject that's really kind of important to us, because what you say could settle this thing. If I can, sure. Okay, here it is. Betty or Veronica? What? Betty or Veronica? Which one would you pick? Say Betty. What? Trust me, say Betty. Betty? Ha! I knew it! You knew it! Oh, man, but Veronica's so choice. Give it up. It's over. The captain says Betty, so it's Betty. Rick, do I want to know what that was about? Marv, there is something to the multiverse that, you shouldn't even think about. Oh yeah, he was looking at her from behind, and then big lips.
Oh.
Marv, you gone cosmic, haven't you? What's there? What's going on? Oh geez, this guy is a supervillain, isn't he? Not now, Rick. Why do I have to be right all the time? All the time! What kind of curse is? Not now, Rick. Oh man, tell me the guy is a wannabe and not a real is. Look at the size of him. He can knock out a wall with a sneeze. For once, I'm glad I'm dead. I get to beat the rush. Rick warned me. He warned me. I warned her. So, Genis, if you were going to hide behind a new look, you might consider using a new name as well. For me, Captain Marvel is a new name, unlike your surname of Rock, an old family name long associated with betrayal, villainy, and murder. Ah, good. Wonderful. That's right. Piss him off. He's only a bit as big as a bus with enough armament to blow the Beverly Center into orbit. But hey, that's okay. Indulge the testosterone challenge. Alfonsi, is there any chance that if this thing runs long, the super guy might come out here and say hi to the fans? Come out. I don't know, Daddy. On the other hand, maybe he'll come out for just a minute. Now, Genis, now you shall pay. Pay with your life. Put it on our charge, our energy charge. Put it on our energy charge. It doesn't matter how black as space your face has become. You will still be nothing but a pale imitation of your father. And he wasn't that wonderful to begin with. You do not get to talk about my father that way. Do you read me, mister? Come, Zayrog. You couldn't possibly have thought I'd just roll over upon seeing you again, could you? Taking out Captain Marvel is never as easy as. It's all that and a bag of chips? Hello? Marv, step out of it! Who are you? Who cares? She's trouble. I am Una, and you look perturbed. Allow me with a single gentle kiss to ease your burden permanently. Uh-oh! This will be probably the last one we go over, unless it ends on into the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let me do. No. Wait a minute. Okay, yep. It ends properly.
Okay.
You should have seen it, man. That Captain Marvel guy was there. And the next thing you know, whammo! This big dude calling himself Eggnog or something like that. He goes in and suddenly it's a whole superhero fight thing. And it was a classic, seriously major. I beg to disagree. Worst fight ever. And move it, Lord Butt. I believe I am in love. This is my fault. I love how she's running and yet Lorena just walks.
Right.
It's all my fault. I had to go and convince Rick that Captain Marvel should do an appearance at my comic store, and now Marvel's in the middle of a fight. Slow down, Marvel. You'll live longer. Of course, I slowed down, and I wound up not living at all, and all that long. So what do I know? Rick's my husband, Lorraine. I should have listened to what he said instead of, how the heck are you keeping up with me? Then you're just walking. I'm a ghost, Marlo, remember? Think of this as a dead run. And all this because I had to try to bring in a superhero so I could compete with this new comic store. I must have been crazy. Why couldn't I have invited someone normal like Tom Brevoort? I hear he's not busy. I should point out Tom was the editor here. But this was back before Tom really got full of himself.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make that. I think I hear crushing and stuff from up ahead. They're not much further. I'm hurrying. Geez, cut me some slack. The line is rest in peace, not rest in frantic run. So my competitor's little stunt has gone awry. Fortunately for her, I think she finds that providing me a source of challenge and dominance of the customer could provide most hazardous for her house. Mar, not going to bring up a sore point, but if you actually got a plan here, or you're just hoping to charm them with your assets, I'll do whatever I have to, Lorraine, in order to save Captain Marvel from, oh yeah, he's hurting big time. Okay, here's the first thing you do. Find a crowbar and try to pry them apart. Marv, for crying out loud, what do you think you're doing? Stop sucking face with that Farscape refugee, because what's his name? Zayrog is going to be back any second. And Marv, are you even hearing me? Hello, Earth to Marv. Sorry, Microverse to Mars. Remember me, Rick Jones, the guy you're miraculously bonded to, the guy you can speak to even when you're on Earth and I'm in the Microverse, the guy who's telling you to get away from that blue check, doof. Oh, sorry, man. I didn't see you. Kind of got an emergency thing going on here. Marv, get her off you, man. And dollars a donut, she's tight with that Zayrog bruiser, which means she ain't going to be doing you any good. Security, mall security, the Grand Cleric has been assaulted. Oh no, it's the equivalent of whacking the Pope.
Oh, wow.
Marv, is any of this getting through? Marv, what's she doing? She's draining your energy, even your life or something. Fight it, Marv. We gotta, otherwise we're toast. Clung. And wasn't that a little slice of, You keep away from him. What do you think, huh? That you could just come in and try to hurt heroes and get away with it? Well, forget it. I'm not afraid of creeps like you, Red. I married to Rick Jones. I had the Avengers at my wedding, so, Red. Wait, that's okay. I'm not saying the Avengers or Rick or creeps, but that's not the point. Marlo, yo, you might want to focus on more immediate threat. You dare speak that way to Una Rog, the sister of Zayrog, greatest of the Kree warriors? You know what? On second thought, forget it. You're on your own, kiddo. This was none of your affair, girl. Your precious Captain Marvel is the son of the man who is responsible for our father's death. We are the injured parties here, not you, and certainly not Genis. However, if you're that anxious to share his fate, I will honor your desires. Actually, Zayrog, I think her desires above you getting the hell out of here. To that end, I'll be more than happy to help. Captain Marvel, yes! That's it, Mom. Attaboy. That's the way I like it. Totally impress my wife and make her completely grateful to you. Great. Are there any ways my life could get even more complicated? That's him. That's the crazy creature who assaulted the Grand Cleric. Huh? What do you mean? The little guy I knocked down? See, he admits to the crime, but it was totally an accident. There are no accidents. Spoken like someone who's never listened to morning traffic report. 4 words. Jackknife tractor trailer. For crying out loud. Now, will you put me down? He's probably a political terrorist and a thug. We get a lot of those through here. Yo, bang those bands, Marv. I need you to airlift me out of here. They're treating me like I'm Lee Harvey Oswald, Mike Tyson, and Pat Buchanan all rolled into one. Trust me, Rick, this is not somewhere you'd want to be at the present time. We have many things to settle between us, Genis, and that settlement will only happen when you lie dead. You know, Zayrog, at least when I don't understand human thinking, I can tell myself it's because I'm not human. I am, however, part Kree. So one would think I'd have some kind of insight into the way of my own people think, at least. But the sons of 2 men who are both dead, slugging it out over questions of honor that can't possibly matter to the deceased. I can't get through that kind of reasoning any more than your biotech blast can penetrate my photonic shield. You okay, Red? Nice to know you care. Look, kid, as long as you're alive, I know where I stand. I haunt you. If you kick, I don't know what happens to me. Just as soon not find out. Insolent Earth Girl! I am the daughter of Yon Rog! Yeah, well, you've seen Yon Rog, you've seen them all. Hey, I made a joke under pressure like Spider-Man stuff. Maybe this whole being in a fight thing isn't so focused. Doof! Marlo! Ha! You should keep your mind on what threatens you rather than which tempts you, half-breed. Madame Trudeau's Wax Museum. Understand, I have not enthused about having to do this. I believe in the importance of sisterhood, but you apparently do not. And so we do what we must do. Yeah, well, gotta agree with you there. Ah, no, no, not my blood, not the, no. Oh, not my blood. I can't lose any blood. I can't. Well, she must be a basket case every month. That's what father always warned me. He said the bloodhounds would know he faked the records for me, but you're a woman. What? You're a woman. She's right, you know. Oh, I saw a diagram once. Would you stand by and see another woman ruthlessly crippled? Depends. Is it Britney Spears? Shut up, Lorraine. My name is Unarag, not Lorraine. Please, I know we got off on the wrong foot. Wrong foot? You tried to brain me with a baseball bat. Yeah, unfortunately, she swung at your head, so your brain was never in any danger. And you hit me with a silver box. The point is, Pema, I sense it. They're coming. Meanwhile, back in the multiverse, and that is what happened, my lord. High justice on a simple shopping excursion, a rare light moment for the Grand Cleric, and this cretin abused it. Does the cretin have anything to say in your defense? You bet I. And very well then. I found the cretin guilty and sentenced him to death. And much thanks, father. No problem. Come by the house for dinner this weekend. Your mother complains we never see you. I'll be there. Marv! I love when they write here aliens to be no different than humans.
Right.
Hall of Heroes. And Val, this is what you're calling yourself now, correct? Captain Marvel? Yet I call you by that name and you don't answer. Could it be that, like your father, you're a coward? I warned you not to speak of my father that way. You're right, half-breed. Why waste time invoking the name of the father when I could have the head of the son? What sort of foolishness is? A doll? Fakes. Is that how you're fighting now, Marvel? Hiding behind toys? I should have known a half-breed freak like you would have no true belief in honorable conflict. I know how to draw you out. I will simply go forth and annihilate some humans. An inexplicable fondness for this race has always been the Vell line's fatal flaw. And the love of your own voice has always tripped up the rods. See, I'm begging you. I need protection. What are you talking about? From who? And can't that bruiser with you? My brother won't be enough. Not against the Bloodhound. He'll need Captain Marvel's help. The things you saw me do, the abilities to twist men's desire, most Kree women could do such things. But at a young age, we're identified and psychically mutilated. The males fear us. You drain the life out of them. I can understand why they would. No, most women don't develop that ability. Maybe 1 in 100,000. But they do it to all women to deprive us of our ability to give and provide pleasure. It makes them feel more in control. But my father, he tried to spare me the painful procedure. So he faked documents, paid people off so the authorities would think I had undergone the process. And so there are beings that, Bloodhound, they're called, who patrol all worlds where Kree females exist, checking to make sure there are no untreated women remaining, and there are ways to hide from them. But spilled blood brings them for sure. And we're supposed to be I'm sorry for this, yuts. They'll take me back to Kree-Lar, treat me. And for me, it'll be far worse than someone given the treatment at a young age. You have no idea what it's like to be trapped in the shell of your former self. Actually, I do. And not want a last request. I want a fair hearing. I want someone that's going to realize that this whole thing was a huge misunderstanding. I already apologized to the guy. I'll apologize again. I'll freaking sing to him if you want. That won't be necessary. Your death will be sufficient to balance the scale. Oh, well, slap my thighs and call me Spanky. Isn't that just the luckiest thing that happened to me since I got push spin in my strip sound last week? Is there anyone in this whole freaking microverse who isn't out of his crazy mind? It seems not. If Drex the Destroyer is any indication, keep away from me. All of you, leave me alone. Don't hurt me. Do not worry, large one. I won't hurt you. In fact, with my help, no one will ever hurt you ever again. And they're coming. They're almost here. Do something. You're wearing down, Zayrod. I can sense it. All you sense is your imminent downfall, half-breed, coupled with your disparate wishful thinking that it could be otherwise. Hey, testosterone trend. You got a terrified woman here who's battling about Bloodhound, and I think she's looking to you guys for some help, especially her brother over there. So the blood counts come from you, do they, Unarad? I never felt our father and was right in his attempt to spare you, but out of respect for him, I did nothing to thwart his wishes. But if they target you now, well, truth be told, I never liked you very much anyway, dear sister. And let the Bloodhounds have you then. Well, I, in turn, have the blood of my enemy. No! Marv, anytime now. Ready, aim, and... Huh? Oops. Wait a minute. Oh! He swapped places while holding on to him, and... Oops. Medic! Can we have a medic here? Rick, do something. About help me! An idiot Terran. Marlowe, you can't help her, but Captain Marvel can. You think I'm gonna let him put his neck on the line to save that energy draining loon? Forget it. But she's frightened, and they're gonna do things to her. Things they're doing to the thousands of women, and they're gonna keep doing it. It's not our problem. And when does it become our problem, Rick? When is it okay to care about people, and when is it okay not to give a damn about them? I don't know. I don't know. Oh. So how was that batch?
Oh, that was good. You know, it like I said, it gave you the emotional beats. It did set up things that might not get a payoff or might not come about, but the overall story continues to be good. We still get the characters talking as real people. The As I said, I don't like the use of it, but it is very apt to say that these characters are grounded and
Yep.
human. Um,
That's the better way. It's like it's grounded in how down to earth they are, not grounded in it's realistic.
right. And also, even as you said earlier, how the quote unquote aliens talk, they talk like, you know,
Human, yeah.
humans. It's not any type of message of human superiority. It's just everyone is who they are supposed to be.
Now I'll tell you this: Una will get resolved eventually.
Okay.
Okay, it won't be till further on in this one, but he will be dealt with.
Got it.
Yep. But yeah, but I just want to make that very clear.
Yeah, because I'm anticipating, you know, some things, but yeah, it's very smooth sailing, I would say. It still reminds me, it still has that level of um uh, you know, the feeling of his Supergirl run, which is really
Yeah,
good.
definitely. And again, Rick always being right.
Right.
But to be fair, he's just using common sense.
True, true.
Yep. What do you think about how things are continuing with him, Genis, Marlo, and Lorraine?
Well, that whole sequence is kind of like you give that sense of let me see. Will it be accurate to say like a feminist text with that?
Kind
And
of, yeah.
you know, and dealing with, of course, the interactions with female characters and you know all of that, and that ending of you know kind of saying how women are treated and how you need
Right.
to stop it or so. That really hit, you know, to give that this isn't just a boys club type comic, that you will have strong female characters. And that's something that we are lacking present day. So I'm very interested in more of if this is going to be explored.
Oh, it will. It will. Believe me, it will. But yeah, but overall, I've been again, it's the reason why I love this run so much. And again, Crisscross continues to, you know, impress. But I also love how Peter David raises questions like, when does it be okay to, because they're aliens, to just let things happen?
Right.
That's a fair question, especially with
It
like,
is.
is it horrible for her? But she did horrible stuff, and for her to be sent here, clearly she had to do criminal stuff.
Right, but you know, as he said, it's basically are you going to do something, change something, or how far can you go until you say this is wrong, this is right, this is okay, you know? Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, that's and I do like again how they ask some of these fair questions. Now, by the way, our first issue next time will be the only guest writer issue by Fabian Nicieza, because he's the guy who pretty much created Genis.
Mm-hmm.
So he will write, a story that deals with Marvel, thinking back to stuff from basically it ties up loose ends from the Legacy series.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then we'll be back with more and more. But I gotta say, this was also a good point because this is actually the first hard pause we've had in a while.
Right, right.
But yeah, so next time we'll. Any other thoughts you want to give before we wrap up?
No, that's all.
All right. Well, and next time we'll have a whole lot more to be covering on this. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Brit, for joining me. And we'll see you guys all on the next one. Take care.